Judge Lina Hidalgo's seat empty tonight, a symbol of the dysfunction on display as commissioners debated on how to spend billions of dollars in taxpayer money. Hidalgo walked out of a marathon budget meeting twice after sparring with colleagues over what gets priority. This entire budget process has been contentious, with Hidalgo at odds with most of her colleagues from both parties for weeks.
A major issue has been pay raises for law enforcement. The budget director says they're fueling a budget gap that Hidalgo says can't be plugged without significant cuts to services. Other commissioners have fiercely disagreed.
ABC 13's Luke Jones joins us live downtown. And Luke, budget talks wrapped up for the night. So what do things stand at this point?
Well, the good news, commissioners now have a budget. In principle, at least, the final budget gets approved when they meet again on the 24th. Lots of back and forth today, though, and a visibly frustrated county judge. You mentioned Lina Hidalgo. She walked out of the meeting twice tonight, wasn't here when the meeting took its final vote. Tonight, we reached out to her office asking if they had any comment on that. We're still waiting to hear back. Almost 8 hours into the meeting.
I'm going to let you continue with the court. I don't want to be a part of this nonsense. All right, thank you.
Judge Lina Hidalgo said she'd had enough. But half an hour later, she was back alongside her colleagues on Commissioner's Court, hashing out possible budget cuts ahead of next week's deadline. Today's discussions characterized by a series of walkouts, 2 by Hidalgo.
There's a proposal.
Several by Commissioner Tom Ramsey, who repeatedly got up and left while Hidalgo was speaking. At times, the meeting contentious.
And the only amendment I would suggest, Judge, is that...
Why don't you let me finish my sentence? Okay, so what we're doing, and as I said, if you'd like to run the court, you can run against me next time.
That last remark directed at Commissioner Adrian Garcia. Commissioners are trying to close a $200 million deficit, about half of that created by a 37% pay increase for Harris County Sheriff's deputies, according to the county's budget director. Commissioners already approved a 1-year hiring freeze, projected to save $25 million. Judge Hidalgo scrambled to avoid additional cuts, including $600,000 slated for air monitoring, but ultimately failed.
Ellis moves it. Is there a second to not cut air monitoring? Okay, we will remember this next time we have a chemical fire.
Her frustration on full display when efforts to restore funding for the Juvenile Probation Department met a similar fate.
We seem to be totally immune to not supporting and, in fact, harming our children. I don't understand.
With that, Hidalgo handed the meeting to Commissioner Rodney Ellis and exited for a second time, leaving commissioners with this.
I don't know what we're doing here for not standing up for children. Shame on you.
Another big issue tonight, pay raises for the county's 8 elected constables. Now, commissioners originally wanted to give them almost $300,000 a year. Tonight, they met a compromise, taking them only to $230,000. But that original pay hike up to almost $300,000, that would have represented about a 63% pay raise. Live tonight, downtown, Luke Jones, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.